Today's battle is between Bruce Yu and Mr. Miyagi. Yeah. Who killed Captain Alex versus Karate Kid? On the left, right here, this is Mr. Miyagi. On the left, on the right here, you see my cursor? Yeah. This is Bruce Yu. Anyways, let's see into them. Okay, Mr. Miyagi is 5'3", and there's no specific weight thing. So yeah. Yeah. Mr. Miyagi, man. He's a skilled martial artist, but he believes to use peace and not death. But yeah, anyways, that's pretty much it. Now, Bruce Yu. Bruce Yu is 6 feet tall. And yeah, there's no specific weight thing. And the 6 feet tall thing, I'm just speculating. Because he's super freaking tall. And his fighting style is Shaolin Kung Fu. So yeah. So we got two Asian style martial artists going against each other. But who would win? Let's analyze them. Both of their weapons are their fists and their kicks. Mr. Miyagi's weapon. Mr. Miyagi chooses peace over violence, and so does Bruce Yu. But they will only attack if they feel threatened. Okay, fight. Bruce Yu and Mr. Miyagi meet. They both bow at each other, and then they ask for a friendly fight. So they say yeah. So Mr. Miyagi agrees. Then they had their friendly fight. This is basically the same formula as the Bold Billy versus what was it? What was that? What was that? Oh my god! Oh, how could I? Okay, I'll be right back. Jesus Christ! So yeah, apparently Bold Billy went against Ip Man. I forgot. Jesus Christ! I wrote too many of these. Jesus fuck. Anyways, yeah. Mr. Miyagi versus Bruce Yu. They agreed to have their fight. So Bruce Yu starts off with his huge kicks. But Mr. Miyagi blocks all of them and then kicks him. Bruce Yu goes flying, but then he lands back down and then goes into a fighting stance. Yes, Bruce Yu is from Uganda. And Mr. Miyagi, I think he's either Japanese or Chinese. Like, I don't know, okay? Bruce Yu then goes for a lightning fast punch, but freaking Mr. Miyagi dodges that attack and punches him. Both are really smart and wise, but Mr. Miyagi is wiser. Bruce Yu is a really good guy. So he plans out something. Bruce Yu uses a fake out, so that a bluff or a fake out. You know what I mean? Yeah, he tries to make him punch so he can punch him instead. So he does that, and Mr. Miyagi falls for it, and Bruce Yu kicks him, which sends him down to the ground. Mr. Miyagi quickly gets back up and tries to kick Bruce Yu, but Bruce Yu is just too fast. Even though Mr. Miyagi can't run fast, he has very fast reflexes. So, yeah. Bruce Yu and Mr. Miyagi then get into some hand-to-hand combat, blocking and punching and kicking and everything. It looks like something you see in a cheesy kung fu movie. This goes on for like 3 minutes. 3 whole minutes of this happening. until Bruce Yu bounces off of a tree like parkour and tackles freaking Mr. Miyagi. Mr. Miyagi falls down and he's a little injured, but he's still gonna fight. Bruce Yu then kicks Mr. Miyagi in the chest. Oh, but not hard though, because if he did any harder, he would kill him. He would kill the old guy. Mr. Miyagi then does the freaking karate chop to the neck thing, and he knocks Bruce Yu out for like 3 seconds. Mr. Miyagi is worried that he accidentally killed him, but then that was just a fake out. Bruce Yu freaking knees him in the face. Knocking him out. They both get back up, and Mr. Miyagi says, "I'm impressed." Yeah, that's it. He just says, "I'm impressed." And he wipes away the blood from his nose. And then they continue fighting, sparring and punching and kicking and kicking. This goes on for a few moments, and then frickin' Mr. Miyagi just punches Bruce Yu in the chest. Bruce Yu then kicks Miyagi in the shoulder. It goes on. No. After those attacks, they stop. They look at each other. And then they bow at each other. And then Mr. Miyagi says, "I think we had enough for today, haven't we?" Before going their separate ways. Verdict. I know this fight had no clear winner, but if a fight to the death between Mr. Miyagi and Bruce Yu were to happen, 57% goes to Bruce Yu. Bruce Yu, he's a lot younger, and plus he's a lot quicker. Yeah, I mean, Mr. Miyagi can block all he wants, but he can't keep up with all the lightning fast attacks that Bruce Yu does. And plus, Bruce Yu is surprisingly very athletic, like to the point where it's almost superhuman. Yeah, but anyways, that's my opinion. But who do you think would have won this fight, Mr. Miyagi or Bruce Yu? Let me know in the comments down below. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.